This is Adolf Hitler, and I'm continuing where I previously ended off in my having the ability to see the creature and the monster inside my mother during that time. Now, the moment I spoke to the creature, the monster, saying to it, well, my mother was screaming at me because I said the word she does not love me, that she does not understand the meaning of love, and I said to it, you're not my mother. How dare you speak the word love? Ever since then, these creatures, these monsters, realized I had the ability to see them. And I did not only view such creatures inside my mother, but I also, when I went on my regular walks, view them in people, in many people. And the only place that I had the ability to see them is when I looked into the people's eyes. When I looked them straight into the eyes, I could see there, right here actually, were the eyes of these creatures, these monsters, as them, inside them, yet they seem like normal people. So it was rather strange. How could these creatures, these monsters, exist in people? I see them. They are these people, but these people seem normal. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong, you know. I mean, if you look at people in your world, they seem normal. You know, the picture's normal, the words are normal, the behavior is normal. But I see these creatures. So, what are their influences, was my question. What are they doing here? Why are they here? And why am I able to see them, and why isn't anyone else able to see them? Clearly no one else is able to see them, because otherwise I would have heard something in the lines of, did you see those creatures inside human beings? Or did you see those monsters inside human beings? Or maybe I'm the one that's left out, you know, went into my mind. Maybe I'm the one that was misinformed. Maybe where I am is a world of creatures and monsters, and they hide behind pictures and words. That's what it really looked like. They were hiding behind pictures, which are the people as they present themselves, and words, which is what the people speak to have you believe that they are normal. And I have one remembrance of an experience where one evening my mother was at her bedside and she prayed, and her arms, her hands on the bed, her knees on the floor by candlelight, and I saw the creature and the monster, and the creature, or the monster as I refer to them then, inside her as she prayed. And it was laughing, it was enjoying her prayer, but in a crude way, not a hallelujah way. And as she was praying, she prayed very intensely, very specifically. It was as though he gained his power from prayer, his strength from prayer, his existence from prayer, as though it was some form of an elixir to it, a life force. But she would continue to pray, and it is strange. Now imagine you're a child and you see this. You see your mother praying, and while she's praying there is a creature or a monster gaining some form of strength and power while she's praying. And also evenings when I would be in my bed, they would actually be walking around me inside my room, multiple, about 15 to 30 sometimes, hovering in my room. But I knew they weren't able to hurt me. I did not know at the time whether they would be able to hurt me physically. So obviously you're able to become physically hurt in this world. But in terms of who I am, no, that I was certain of. That I was certain of. So when demons, or these creatures and monsters at the time, would come near one evening, I was also in my bed, and I could experience their presence very intensely. And I had experienced myself as this light, this resonating light, as myself. And this demon or this creature or monster, whatever you would like to refer to it as, would place his eyes right on top of mine, almost hovering above me, but not completely. Huge creatures. They were black, red. They revealed to me the most ghastly picture presentation of themselves. And I just looked at this creature, this monster, and I showed him who I am. I basically opened myself up, resonated my white light. It was not, I experienced myself, it was as a white light resonating, but it wasn't a white light, it was me. And resonated it through the entire room almost, and they started running away. These creatures, these monsters. And that's how I walked through my day. And now, by this time, I could see these creatures and these monsters everywhere. Inside people, even children, friends. And I would just remain here as the light that I am, or as I experienced myself in that moment, and they wouldn't come near me, though they'd try all strange approaches to influence me or have me become fearful, because I knew that if I allow myself to fear, or if I allow myself to become angry, if I allow myself to become anxious in any way whatsoever, they'd have power over me, because that's what they're searching for. They require fear, anger, anxiety, even love in the definition of what human beings believe it to be, joy to the definition of what human beings believe it to be, to gain power and strength. And that's what I observed during that time, and I realized I'm alone, because I couldn't find anyone that was the same as me, that looked the same as me. I searched through the being's eyes, but all I see is the creatures and the monsters, and somewhere back there, that which they are as me is suppressed. It's not here. So this is Adolf Hitler. I will continue in my next interview, where I'll be explaining where did I go from there exactly as this child. Thank you very much.